Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited about today's video. I'm going to be giving you guys a few tips for when you're going through a hard time. I think if you can view life ebbs and flows as changes rather than as these hardships that you're going through, it can be a lot easier to see them as something that's going to end up resulting in something beautiful. I recently have had a kind of like a personal life change. I want to just give you guys a few of the tips that have been really helping me. This can apply for anything that you're going through in life, and they're just like great tools to have in your back pocket. So let's get straight into it. If you're new here, by the way, please subscribe to my channel. I post a lot of lifestyle content, but I also do some sort of like self-development and spiritual content. I share a lot of my thoughts and my opinions and just basically trying to live from love in my daily life. I want to start off with journaling. I know that's something that is so tossed around and easily spoken about now, and I feel like everyone suggests journaling, and I'm definitely going to get into more like nitty-gritty tips in a second, but journaling definitely does make a huge difference in dealing with changes in your life. A lot of the things that come from journaling, realization-wise, really make a huge impact on the way that I view the change that I'm going through. So for example, I think a lot of times we talk about how we're going through hardships or hard times, or we're going through a rough patch. We bring up our changes in life as challenges, and we see them as like these difficult things that we're having to like struggle through. But I think being able to just see all of these things that occur in our life that may not be easy to deal with as changes rather than challenges can be a better shift, because that's literally what life is. Life is going to be continuously changing. It's going to be continuously starting new things, ending things, moves and children and breakups and meeting new people and changing jobs and sickness, and just like life has so many changes within it. I think if you can view life ebbs and flows as changes rather than as these hardships that you're going through, it can be a lot easier to see them as something that's going to end up resulting in something beautiful and something good. And just trusting that the universe or that God or whatever higher power you believe in is working for your benefit and is doing all of this for your benefit. Nothing is happening for no reason. Nothing is happening by accident. There are no mistakes being made. Everything is perfect, and everything is being put together perfectly for you. If you are able to journal more frequently, especially when you're going through harder times, you can become more present in how you're feeling and start to acknowledge the way that you're feeling, what the emotions and the feelings you're feeling in your body are, and just become more aware of how you actually feel. A lot of the times when we're going through hard times, I think either some people just really sit in bed and just lose themselves a little bit and get lost in their sadness. And there's some other people who really just dive heavy into work and just focus on working and focus on distracting themselves. And with both of these situations of dealing with things, you can sometimes forget how you actually feel. You can get into like a routine of feeling the way that you're feeling, whether it's busy or distracted or out of body or super sad or whatever it is. But being able to actually say emotions and tie emotions to what you're feeling, that way you're aware of what you're actually feeling. Like there's times that I go to journal and I'm writing how I feel, and I'm like, I feel anxious and I feel sad and I feel like I'm not in control and I feel like yada 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 yada, and it makes me realize that I'm actually feeling those ways. Whereas if I just continued on throughout my day, I would have felt these emotions without actually realizing what they are, and being able to put a name to them sometimes just helps kind of take power away from them a little bit. I want to tell you guys a few of the journal prompts that I like to keep at the front of my journal. I've just like ripped out a page and taped it to the front of my journal. That way, if I ever want to journal but I don't know where to start, I have a few prompts that really easily just help to guide me. I don't necessarily do all of these questions every day. I kind of just pick whatever ones I want to do. But in my journal, the first prompt is, how am I feeling today? I know that sounds super basic and simple, but asking yourself how you're feeling is a great way to just genuinely get an honest answer and be open with yourself. The next one is quote of the day. I like to go on Pinterest, or if I have any ideas in my head that just naturally pop up, and I will get some inspiration. I have a Pinterest board that I would definitely recommend you guys to take a look at and follow. It's called Magic of Life, and it's basically where I have a section of affirmations, a section of meditations, of journal entries, of quotes, of just inspirational pieces of art and words and just like things that really speak to me and I feel like could very much speak to you if you're watching this video. Anyways, the next one was quote of the day. Then the third one is today's intention. I love setting intentions for my day. It really helps to give me my power back and make me feel like I am in control of what my mind is going to be looking for. And the thing that we know about our subconscious mind is when we have a certain belief or when we have a thing that our mind is set on, our mind naturally finds that thing. So if you're focused on being grateful, your mind is naturally going to find things to be grateful for. If you don't set an intention and maybe you subconsciously are setting an intention to have a bad day, your mind is subconsciously going to confirm that for you and to find things to prove that belief back to you. So setting an intention is a great way to say, okay, what do I actually want from today? And let me decide that that's what I'm going to get, because you get what you want. Good for you. Next thing is goals for today. So here you could write like if you want to go to the gym, if you want to drink some more water today or whatever it is. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really do that one that often, but it's good to have if you're someone who's struggling with maybe setting goals and actually sticking to them. Then the next one is I am grateful for. I pretty much always do this one. Just write a few things that you're grateful for. You can list absolutely every and anything. You can think about the thing that made you the happiest most recently. For me, for example, it was a self-worth hypnosis meditation that I did literally like a few hours ago. I would definitely recommend it if you're someone who is struggling with literally anything. Self-worth is the core of why everything is happening the way it is to you. It is subconscious within you, and it's something that you have to work really hard to change. And yeah, the hypnosis is just incredible. It always makes me feel so uplifted. It just gives you that power back to realize that you don't need to make yourself small. And although we've been programmed to believe that we don't have enough and that there's not enough resources and that we can't have what we want and that we shouldn't ask for too much, it reminds us that we were all sent here by God to have absolutely everything we want, and that He wouldn't put us here if there wasn't enough for us to have, or He wouldn't put us here to lack. He's putting us here to experience love and joy and just all the good things. So anyways, I would definitely recommend that hypnosis. It's by Iris Daily if you're wondering, and you do have to pay for it. I think it's like $4 or something, but it's so worth it. The next one is manifestations. Sometimes I'll do this one as well, just write a few manifestations that I have. And I write them in the present moment. So like, I'm grateful for da 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 da, or I'm so excited to receive da 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 da. And then the last one is things I've learned recently. And then here I can just write a few notes of realizations that I've had, or things I've learned about myself, or things I've learned that I, can lean on, the things that help me, just whatever it is. And that can be really helpful. Now that we have journaling out of the way, the next one I'm gonna go to is when you're more emotional and when you are more chaotic. Sometimes we can't control our emotions. Sometimes we are crying, we feel hopeless in a way, and it feels like pulling out a pen and paper and writing down just isn't enough. Our mind is moving too fast for our hands to be able to catch up, and I am someone who definitely feels that way when I'm having a tough time. So something I've been leaning on a lot for is my phone. I will literally set up my phone and record myself as if I'm talking to a best friend or a therapist or whoever, and I can be as open and vulnerable as I want because it's just a video for me. If you feel more comfortable deleting it afterwards, you can do that. I'm personally keeping mine because I kind of want to see this journey of me healing and kind of see, how I was feeling throughout the whole entire process. I think it's just going to be really nice to be able to reflect on and to learn from. But if you don't feel comfortable or you're worried someone's going to see it, you can always delete it. And it's just such a good way to be able to actually feel like your thoughts are out of your head and that you've dealt with them in a way. I know sometimes you say things and obviously nothing's fixed, but just talking them out, sometimes you can find resolution, or you can kind of see that like things aren't as impending as they might feel. Just expressing yourself, feeling your emotions is so important, and it helps so much. So yeah, I would definitely recommend talking about how you feel to the camera. Something that my therapist actually told me was that when you cry, you're actually releasing your stress hormone, or your like negative hormone, I don't know what it's called, but it actually is scientifically helping you. So when you cry, sometimes you can just remind yourself like there's actually a purpose for these tears. And I also like to think of my tears as like healing. I think I saw Leor Alexandra, she was saying that when she cries, she doesn't wipe her tears because they're actually healing, and she likes them to heal her body. And I think that's beautiful because nothing that our body does is for no reason. Every single thing has a purpose. And so tears, I think, can be seen as beautiful, and like letting them fall, letting them be there rather than feeling like you're not okay to cry. You should feel comfortable to cry, especially in your own company. You're releasing, and that's better than holding on to it. I don't know why that made me think of Shrek, better out than in, I always say. Not related at all, but anyways, the last tip I'm going to give is be present. I know that's something that we hear all of the time, but it's true. I find that when I'm having a hard time, my mind can try to plan and control and think about things that are going to happen in a week, a month, 2 months, 5 years, or whatever it is, and try and find problems that there could be and come up with these possible situations that could be an issue and that moments that I could be sad in the future, rather than just living for today. And I try to remind my mind every time that it goes to the future that that's not where we are right now, and that life changes so much and so much happens within life that I can't even plan that far ahead. I can, hope for what I want and manifest what I want and think positive thoughts towards it. But when I'm having those negative thoughts about specific situations or circumstances, I can bring myself back to the present moment and realize that I can just live for today. I can just put my whole intention on what I want to feel today. And sorry, the AC just kicked on, so if that's annoying, I really apologize. And then continue to do that as the days go on. So if you're having a hard time, don't think about the rest of the week. Don't think about next month. Just focus on what you want to feel today. Today, do you want to feel like you've taken care of yourself? Is that your goal, to get out of bed and to, go maybe on a walk or talk to a loved one or take a shower or whatever it is? Know what you want to do for today and focus on getting through today. Then tomorrow you can try and get through tomorrow and just continue doing that. And eventually you'll start to realize that your days are lovely and that you're having wonderful days as well as bad days, and that's okay. And everything has a reason, and I think if you have that belief, life can be a lot more easy to digest and more of an experience and less of this impending thing that you're having to trek through. This is all happening for us. Everything is happening for us, and you're not alone. There is such a connection between all of us. I find it really interesting because I do watch Leora Alexandra's full moon readings and new moon readings, where she basically does a reading on the collective as a whole around basically the placement of the planets and the moon. It just fascinates me because a lot of the times when I'm watching those videos, it really resonates with what I'm going through in the moment. And I'll read through the comments and there's so many people that agree that this is also relating to them. And it's just we are not alone on this. There are so many people going through what you're going through. There are so many people that are living similar experiences to you, having similar emotions. And I think that if you can just pray for yourself and for everyone else and wish everyone love and peace and strength throughout their hardships, and also, being able to see happy moments and just be a good person, be someone that you're proud to be, that will make all the difference in your life, and it will make all the difference in everybody else's life, because people will be inspired by that, and you're just changing the direction of other people's lives, even if you don't realize it. It's like a domino effect that is just happening without you even realizing. And yeah, so just do your best. I'm really proud of you for even clicking on this video. If you're going through a hard time and you found this and you've decided that you want to find help, you searching online and searching how to, feel better or what to do or tools, that is inspiring, because you haven't given up. You're working hard, and that you deserve to be here, and that you're worthy of everything you desire, and that you won't feel the same way forever, and that feelings are temporary, and you are just the witness of your emotions. You are the witness of your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. We are so much bigger than all of these things that tie us down to this earthly world. And so just remembering that you are eternal, you are limitless, you are powerful, you are pure love embodied, and I love you. I hope that you have a great day, and I hope this helped you. If you have any tips for either me or any of the other people watching, please leave them in the comments below. As I said before, please subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.